reimagining and reshaping what you know about the childbirth experience.
Kylie Alejandre, author and owner of Doulas of Utah, joining us now to share the value of childbirth education. Kylie, we forget and we take for granted how childbirth can be a miracle, and it can be very complicated.
Yes.
So explain why having knowledge is really important when it comes to childbirth.
It's a game changer, because when you go in to have a baby, if you know what to expect, you're going to feel a lot more confident, you're going to feel a lot more prepared, and it's probably going to go a lot smoother than had you walked in without it.
I think that is so huge. That is coming for me eventually, and so I want all the education that I possibly can have, and you're starting from the very beginning in several courses through Doulas of Utah. Tell us about what you do and what you offer.
Yeah, so I run Doulas of Utah. We offer doula support, of course, but childbirth education is also one of our specialties. We offer group classes in both American Fork and Layton, and then we teach private classes too, where people can customize their own class, which is big.
Kylie, does it ever surprise you that new moms, are expected to understand and know, but they've never been there before? So you would expect that education is important. Okay, you talk about informed consent. What exactly does that mean?
So informed consent just means that you've been provided all of the information to be able to make a decision based on facts, on what you need to know in order to feel confident in the decision you've made. So when you are in the birthing space and you're presented with an option and you don't even know what those words mean that somebody just said to you, you can't provide informed consent because you don't know what they're asking of you. So being able to know what it is that they're saying to you is huge.
Well, then what is the next step? If you don't quite understand the language or what is being communicated to you in a very high stress moment, is it doctor, nurse, hey, can you explain it again? How do you advocate for yourself?
Ideally, that's what you'll do. Either you or your partner, depending on how much pain you're in, of course, will stop whoever's talking to you and say, can you actually explain that to me a little bit more so that I can comprehend what it is that you're asking of me or suggesting that I do.
Well, and this involves so many different parties. Like you said, there's you, there's your partner, and then possibly the team. I love that you talk about the importance of communication throughout this whole process.
Yes, that's a big deal. It's probably one of the biggest aspects of having a good childbirth is being able to talk to those caring for you and also those you brought with you into the birthing space to be able to help them know how to help you.
Well, it does surprise me because you're talking usually about a team that has probably helped childbirth many times. They do this day in, day out, and here's a mom who's never been through it. So mom probably feels overwhelmed and feels, oh, doctor knows best, but mom often knows best. Let's have this demonstration. You brought actually what can happen and what needs to happen during childbirth.
So obviously we want baby's head to be down in the pelvis when we're having a baby. So that's step one. But once baby's head's down, there's also a lot of other maneuvers that need to happen. So baby coming out this way with their back to mom's front is ideal, because then baby can do what they need to do to get through that pelvis. But a lot of people don't know that, and so they'll hear words like anterior or posterior and be like, I don't really know what that means. But that's the doctor explaining what position the baby's in as they're trying to make their way out.
I love that you are empowering us. I love that you have this here to actually demonstrate, because you don't know. And you're teaching in person. You also wrote a book that can help people and educate people before they go through that. What's the main message of your book?
It's empowerment. Just knowledge, education, learning what informed consent means, how to get it, knowing what it means to be in charge of your own birth instead of having birth done to you is the main message of the whole book.
Who is this for? And we've got the book and also the classes. Can moms who have given birth many times also gain and benefit from your classes and your book?
Absolutely. So every time you have a baby, it's going to be a different experience. No two births are similar. So reading the book even after you've had a baby, or taking a class even after you've done that, is going to help you immensely in your next birth.
Kylie, thank you so much. Where can people go to visit you and get in touch?
They can go to our Instagram, our Facebook at Doulas of Utah, or they can go to doulasofutah.com.
Oh, Kylie, a great message and empowering moms.
Yeah.
All right.